I'm sorry. Give me a quick assessment of the political viability of the two Republicans that are running right now. Let's start with Dan Winslow.
Well, like for both of them, actually, they're really completely unknown. I mean, Dan has been elected in 160th of the state, and I know that people in his district like him. They reelected him. But that it's sort of hard to know. In his time in the state legislature, he's got the reputation of being sort of an ideas guy, but with no real accomplishments behind it. So he can't say, well, I've done this and I've done this. So I think we're going to see neither one of them have taken any positions of substance on federal issues at all. So we're going to see what they're going to be like.
Let me just inject right here. Dan Winslow was going to be a guest in this program, and right up to the last minute he was going to be here, and then he withdrew. So thank you for pinch hitting.
I'll speak on his behalf. Everything I say, he would have said.
But, you know, again, that point might address the newness that you were talking about to this, you know?
Well, I think that it's a big difference, right? I mean, there's lots of really talented people on both sides, and no one would question the fact that Dan Winslow's had success in his first step into this as a state rep. The question for him, honestly, is he hasn't translated a lot of good ideas to any accomplishments whatsoever. He hasn't put his shoulder to the wheel and cobbled together a coalition to pass 5 or 6 key pieces of legislation or to be a key part of it. And honestly, he's sort of developed a reputation of being a smart guy, but maybe a bit of a gadfly.
Quickly, Gabriel Gomez, we haven't talked that much about him.
What do you think about his political viability?
Completely unknown. I think everybody would celebrate his service as in the military. You know, he's got a record of being a little all over the place on his politics, from his donations to his, you know, his stepping to the forefront in a public way on that somewhat shadowy group of attacking President Obama. I think what we can do, both of them, I think, are laying out a plan. What they're saying is really reiterating Scott Brown's plan. So the challenge for that is, if you're bipartisan, how are you more effective at that than Scott Brown? But if we watch what they're doing in the first few days, Gabriel Gomez hooks up with Ron Kaufman, goes down to Karl Rove School. I mean, he hires essentially the Romney team. What they're signaling is trying to figure out Scott Brown's message and do it better, but what they're doing is really recreating a system that didn't work in Massachusetts. But we'll see. They've got some time.
Let's go back to